Hey guys, here's a quick tutorial on how to get started in Adobe Premiere. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to download our footage, our stand-ups. So just click on the footage from Google Classroom, hit download, and then we'll also go back and download our B-roll. Eventually I'll come back for the sound bites, but for right now let's just start off with two pieces of footage. We'll download them, and what you'll notice as you're downloading is that on the bottom left hand side of your web browser window, as the files are downloading, you'll see icons pop up. You're able to drag from your web browser into your desktop to take those icons and have easy access to them. I'm going to create a new folder, so if I control click or right click on my desktop, which is all the water and island area behind your window, then you can right click, hit new folder, and then you can name it Mudhouse. We'll drag our footage into there because we don't want all kinds of random footage all over our desktop. We want to keep it nice and tidy and organized because it'll help your workflow. Alright, so now I'm going to open up Adobe Premiere. If I click on my Launchpad, the little rocket ship, that's your Launchpad. You are going to look for PR and open Premiere. It might take a while to load. I've already clicked on that before. Then I can hit New Project, give it a name, and call it Mudhouse. And it's always wise to give your footage your name. So I would be D. Ruiz, so whatever it is Mudhouse, your first initial last name, so it's easy for me to find. Then from your media browser panel, you're going to go Macintosh hard drive, the little house with your name, and then we're going to get desktop, and then there you see your footage inside of that folder that we created. We can import that. We want to move it from your media browser and into your project panel. So if you see those two different tabs up above, those are different workspaces or panels that we can use. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to right click on a piece of footage and we're going to say new sequence from footage, and then I just delete it. I just wanted it to open up my timeline, which is why I did that new sequence. If I drag my little start point right over here to where I want to start cutting my footage, and then I press the letter I, that's going to be my in location, and then if I move that forward until she's done talking, and that's where I'm going to do my out, and I'm going to move it into my timeline by hitting comma. So now you see in the timeline I've got my opening stand-up with Megan, and if you see the little blue skimmer, the next thing I'm going to go do is I'm going to go download my sound bites. Okay, so from my reporter stand-up I'm going to go to my sound bites. So once again, download it. It's going to show up on my bottom left-hand corner of my web browser window. I can drag it to my desktop, and then I can drag it into my folder, or I can just drag it directly into the folder. So now I've got to go find that footage. So media browser, once again, I'm already in the correct folder, so I can just right click and import it. It wasn't as hard to find the second time around. And if I look at my source window up above, this is where you're staging it and you're getting ready. So once again, I'm going to hit I as soon as the barista starts speaking. And when she is finished speaking, I'm once again going to hit O, because I'm going to drop that soundbite into my timeline. And you have to pay attention to where your skimmer is right now. So it's going to drop it right in front of your skimmer. So there's Megan with her stand-up, moving into my barista soundbite. And now the next thing I want to do is I want to go search my B-roll, and I want to make sure that the B-roll matches with what my soundbite is actually talking about. And in this case, the barista is talking about ice drinks. So here's a picture of women drinking ice drinks. I'm going to hit I where I want my B-roll to start. Now it's very shaky, not very good B-roll, but it does have ice drinks in there. O is my out. I'm going to move my skimmer so that it's not going to actually drop it on top of my already existing footage. And then I'm going to pull apart my visual track from my audio track, and then I can drag it over my soundbite. So when you put it together, here's my barista talking, and we're going to drop some B-roll on top of her to illustrate what she's talking about. Now, I like to zoom in, so if I hit plus on my keyboard, I'll be able to do a more precise edit. Plus zooms in, minus zooms out, and there you have your your stand-up. And at the very end, you saw Megan in a quick little clip there that was accidental. So if I zoom in, I can see that's a different clip, and then I can delete it. But what we do now, let's assume that your entire edit is finished. We're going to go ahead and export it and prepare it to upload it. We want to make sure that H.264 is chosen. And then when we click on the blue text, we can give it a name and make sure that we choose the correct location. So this is going to be the final file. I called it D. Ruiz Mudhouse. I'm putting it on the desktop, and if I hit export, what that's going to do is it's going to take this Premiere file and convert it into a movie file that can be seen on a web browser or any other device.